Hello everyone and welcome back to the Football Zone. Like our last video, which was the outside the big six teams, we're now doing the inside the big six teams, or big 16.
So
starting 11.
The traditional big six.
Which is Man City.
Yeah.
You start off with Spurs.
I'm going like...
worst to best.
Yeah. So like, in real life, Spurs don't win trophies, so like, can they really be classed as big? But anyway.
So anyway, let's go from... So it's Spurs, Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, Man United.
Just put Man U all the way up there.
I'm only joking. And then obviously those are like, that's starting second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh.
Yeah,
and then obviously
so
first position.
Yeah, we're gonna
is the
go
mighty Newcastle United.
4-3-3 again, like our outside the top six video, and it is players that we've seen play and we know are good, not new signings and things like that. We're like, oh, Anthony signed for 80 million. I watch the Eredivisie every week.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah,
okay.
no.
Let's get it started. Let's get it going. Let's start with goalkeeper.
Alisson Becker.
Okay. We're based off like a bit of last season and this season, right?
We're just basing it off of people we've seen.
Okay. I went with Ramsdale.
Okay.
I just think he's a quality goalkeeper.
Oh, don't get us wrong. He's England's best goalkeeper, and I think he's got the abilities there. I just think
I was going to put Alisson in.
Alisson's one of, if not the best goalkeeper in the world.
The reason why I've not put Alisson there is because of so far this season.
Yeah, but they his fault.
Doesn't matter. The goals are winning.
All right.
Right back.
Right back. Trent.
Right back like I'm Trent.
Right back like I'm Trent.
Mix these packs and potions.
we'll get demonetised for that because of copyright.
Packs. No, it's only
It's a song.
Yeah, but we've got no.
Shh, don't sing it.
I didn't. I just said it.
Our honourable mention is Reece James.
Is it? Is it not Kyle Walker?
Not for me.
My honourable mention was Kyle Walker.
Alright, okay. So who's your
Trent.
right back? Trent's your right back. Okay. Thank the Lord.
I think we'll both agree with you.
I could not be bothered for another discussion on Trent, like certain people that we know.
Yeah, I know.
I does my head in. Oh, Trent's made a mistake. He's crap. No, he's not.
Alright, I personally think
not.
Trent is the best right back in the league.
Best right back in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't go with that.
Yeah,
right,
it's
anyway.
no one else.
Trippier, but he's technically not the big six. I'd rather have Trippier over Trent. I'm just saying. Anyway, right centre back.
Right, he plays the left centre back, but
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Virgil van Dijk.
I went with William Saliba.
Okay.
I'm just basing off what I've seen so
Yeah,
far.
no, that's what you said at the start of the video. That's what off. Virgil for me has been best centre back in the world for
But this season he hasn't
quite a
been
few
as
years. This season he's made one mistake where he didn't fly his head into.
But, like, it's
that.
not just that.
But but what did we say at the start of the video? It's not just off of this season. It's what we've seen. So Virgil van Dijk.
But I think we should take the season.
I've taken the season into consideration,
In the
but
majority consideration, not.
but Virgil van Dijk. Right, left centre back.
I think we're gonna have the same one here.
Okay.
Diaz.
Nope.
You went Laporte.
I'm Eric Laporte.
Yeah.
I think I'm Eric Laporte is better than
Who, yeah?
Diaz, and
I am Eric.
I'm Eric. I am
Would
Eric.
you change his Twitter handle to? I am Eric.
Yeah, that was funny. That
Eric
Laporte.
Yeah, no.
Did you see his tweets at the end of last season when he didn't get put into any awards, like up for any awards or anything like that? He literally tweeted his stats off the entire season. He was
don't get us wrong.
and
He was my honourable mention for centre half.
Yeah, but Diaz was my honourable mention for centre half.
We could realistically, but
And I know people are going to be probably screaming at this. Thiago Silva is not in my starting 11.
it's 4-3-3. So
It's
four at the
four
back.
at the
Thiago
back.
Silva said himself he'd be exposed as
Thomas Tuchel said it as well, that
So-
he cannot play a four at the back. In the centre
And when
of
he
the
played,
five at
and
the
when he
back.
played against Leeds, he played as a fullback for a bit, and they got exposed, and
Yeah.
they got absolutely hounded. He can't play as a fullback, so there you go.
It's the
End
same
of discussion.
reason if Antonio Rudiger was still in the Premier League, he would not be in my starting 11
No.
because he gets
It's back
exposed
five
playing
tacks.
for he has to play 5 at the back. So yeah, centre half Virgil and Laporte for me.
Saliba and Diaz for me. Anyway, left back.
Left back, João Cancelo.
No arguments there. There's no arguments.
No,
Too easy.
Yeah.
He was a right back, went left back, and for me, one of the most creative players
Plays
in
in
the Premier
midfield.
League. Yeah, he was one of the most creative players in the league last season.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not. I just don't think City have. Don't get us right. City are still second in the league. Are they still second in the league? Or is it after? They've got a game today, don't they?
Yeah, they played tonight. But something that you
City are still second in the league. Anyway,
something that
second in the
you
league.
know that I hate in serious consideration of taking Cancelo out of this team is the fact that he's wearing the number 7 shirt.
yes,
Fumes me so much.
infuriates.
He is
I don't
A
like a left back
full-back.
wearing the number 7 shirt.
He is a fullback. He is wearing the number 7 shirt. It's like Asamoah Gyan wearing the number 3 as a striker. Why? Why do it? Give the number 7 to Mahrez. Anything but a defend anyway. Right.
CDM.
CDM.
I think we're gonna have the same person here.
CDM is the hardest position on this team to
Is it?
pick. Personally, it's the hardest position.
I think it's
to
the
pick.
easiest.
Alright, okay, go on.
Fabinho.
Casemiro.
He hasn't played any games in the Premier League yet. You can't put him in.
But
You cannot put him in.
I
you
mean,
even said to yourself the only reason why Liverpool win games is because when
no,
Fabinho
I'm saying Fabinho's mine. Fabinho is my CDM. But why I'm saying it's the hardest one to pick is because we currently have the 3 best CDMs in the world. You could put Joshua Kimmich in the mix as well.
So you've got Rodri, you've got Calvin Phillips, you've got,
You've got Rodri, Casemiro, Fabinho.
and then you've also got
Three.
Calvin Phillips in there.
And you've also got Calvin Phillips who can play CDM or box to box. But
But seriously, Fabinho in the Premier
Fabinho.
League
yeah,
is the best CDM right now.
yeah,
Until Casemiro is established in the Premier League, you can't comment.
yeah.
If it was all time first 11, Casemiro gets in there. But we're talking about Premier League.
Yeah,
He's played 30 minutes against Southampton. I don't even think it was 30 minutes. I think it was 20 minutes against Southampton.
but
You can't base your first 11. Like,
I
fair
know
enough,
that.
yes, he's a name that you need to put in there and think about. But you
that's why I
you
said.
need to give it time.
But Fabinho is my CDM, same as you.
Yeah.
I
the
think
only reason why your defence is stable in games is when he's sat in front of it.
I think with obviously we got beat off Man U. We had Fabinho on the bench. As soon as we were 2-0 down, Fabinho came off the bench.
The game changed.
Game changed, barely conceded any chances, and we went on to score from there.
It's
In
not
our
even
next
that-
game, obviously we beat Bournemouth 9-0. Like, I'm not saying it's Bournemouth, I understand that, but when we have him in our team, no matter what, to me he's one of, if not the first name on my team sheet as a Liverpool supporter. He just sorts everything out. He wins it.
Completely agree.
I'm not saying that he's as good as Sergio Busquets. I'm not going to say that, but he wins the ball back, and then he distributes it in the right way.
Yeah, exactly. He's
The
not,
same
he's
way
not
that
stupid
Sergio
with it.
Busquets does, cleans it up and then gives it to the right player.
Exactly.
Exact same thing.
Which
that
is the same
Fabinho
that Casemiro does.
Yeah,
The
With Modric and Kroos sat in
the
front of
great
him.
CDMs
yeah,
aren't stupid.
and it's the same with Rodri as well. All CDMs, all they do is have to be intelligent
The
footballers.
thing is, though, with Rodri, I also think his distribution's like really good. It's really good.
Yeah, he's Spanish.
Yeah, true.
He's Spanish. Like,
as in, if he won the ball back, he can just do his own pass. He
Yeah.
doesn't always have to do that. Like, find the smart pass. He can
Yeah.
do that over the top diagonal.
Yeah.
Same with but the Spanish.
but like I say,
Anyway,
Fabinho
let's keep
is
it
our
on
choices.
Premier
But
League.
like I say, I think CDM is
A tough position.
the toughest position to pick on this.
I think with
Yes.
honourable mentions of Rodri, and then honourable mention of Casemiro with time.
Potentially, yeah.
Anyway, centre mids.
Centre mids,
Just rattle both of them off.
Kevin De Bruyne
Mm-hmm.
and Odegaard.
That's a really good. He's had an incredible season.
He had an
But-
incredible. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva.
Bernardo Silva's my honourable mention.
You just
What did I say last season? I thought Bernardo Silva, to me personally, was
player
the
of the
player
season.
of the season.
I mean, we've had discussions outside the podcast, and this is why we started the podcast, is because how much we talk about football,
Yeah.
and it was just like, you've got the effect that he has on the game. It's not just the stats that he has; it's the runs that he does, it's the passes that he does, it's the track and back.
If
that he
you
does.
understand football,
all
you
over the
understand
pitch.
how good Bernardo Silva
You
is.
appreciate his game so much
It's
more
crazy.
if you
Like,
understand football.
We currently live in an era where
Stats.
everyone just looks at stats, goals and assists, this, that, and the other. But if you sit down and watch a game of football and watch a player play, Bernardo Silva is so good to watch because his abilities on the ball is second to none. But
Exactly.
off the ball, he works so hard, and he's so integral to that Man City team in that midfield.
Honestly,
But the reason why I put Odegaard in there.
this
Is
season he's been
This
impeccable.
last season, unbelievable. This season, unreal. He's a captain of Arsenal and Norway at 22. His abilities on the ball, the way he dictates play and things like that, he just had to be in there. And obviously, De Bruyne is just.
It's De Bruyne. You can't not have Kevin De Bruyne.
It's just.
Probably the
Yeah.
up there for me of like midfielders ever.
He's just crazy good. And
His passing ability is insane. That, like everyone thinks. Do you remember that game against Stoke? I think it was like a 5-1 game against Stoke. That ball that he played outside of the boot across the pitch to Sane. That was one of the nicest passes I've ever seen. It just skims across the floor.
No,
Literally
I think
perfectly.
it was inset because he kind of stabbed it in it.
No, I think it was outside of the left because I have to watch it back.
But anyway, his left and right foot is as good as each other. His shooting, his passing, his work rate, his everything. He's just crazy football player.
Right now,
Front three
the
time.
meat of it.
The front three time.
Again, it's so much fun picking these players because like you could just have anyone.
Yeah, you
There's
really
so,
can.
There's so many players that can get in this front three, and I think we should start off with the right wing.
Right wing, Mohamed Salah.
I went with Kulusevski
Interesting.
from when he came in January,
Very interesting. Yeah.
and this season, I think he's been a pivotal player in terms of just not. He's not doing the stupid things like doing step overs. He's getting the ball in the box. He's just been a robot, getting on the wing, getting past the left back, and just putting it in the box every single time. Just putting it in the box, putting it in the box, putting it in the box. Keep on putting it on a plate for the people in the middle of the box. He's just so good at doing that.
I think for me with Salah is he's just so clinical and consistent. He is. In terms of stats,
Yes, right.
he's
I think
always
we're-
clinical.
I think
and
we need to have a
always there.
conversation, just a quick conversation. Let me make a few points. I'll ask you a few questions here because
Go on.
you've got him in the team. We've talked about this before, not on podcast. When Mohamed Salah is in a game and he's not affecting the game, he's a massive waste of a player.
He's out of the game.
He does, like when he doesn't affect the game,
He's out of it.
He-
100%.
he really, really badly affects. And I think the two games, which is probably two of your most important games ever, is the two finals against Real Madrid. One, he got injured from one of them, so it's not really his fault. But the second one against Real Madrid, he was just awful.
I mean, I think the second one against Real Madrid, the reason why we lost it is because of Thibaut Courtois.
Yeah.
He was
But the
obscene.
things that were like in that game, he was just he just spaces out. He's just not as effective. He always wants to be on the ball, but some games. Do you remember that game against City? Was it it was last season where he took on like 4 players and just put in the back of the net. There's games like that where you think, Jesus Christ, his ability is unbelievable, and then he'll go to do it against like Crystal Palace and he just won't.
Yeah, but so for me, I just think his consistency in terms of goal scoring assists, he's always up there. I think
yes, he's up
and
there
his abilities.
across a full season, in terms of like
But I think
he'll score you 20 goals in a season. But when he scores, I feel like he scores in bags. So he'll score 2 goals in one game. He'll score 2 goals in another game. But when he's not scoring, he's really affecting your team from winning games.
yeah.
And for me, that's why I haven't put him in. That's why I put Kulusevski in.
But
Regardless to him scoring goals, he's always been an option. He's been a no-nonsense player. He's getting the ball in the positions that Tottenham need the ball to be in. They need the ball to be in the box for Kane and be in the box for Son. They need that ball in that box, and he delivers that consistently.
But for me, if we're going to talk about the 11s that we've got, I think Salah and the chances you'll get with the strike I've got in will help.
Yeah, no,
But anyway,
I completely agree. But like,
so left wing, move on.
he probably has played left wing position.
Right.
and the right position, and he's played up top. But for what he's done so far this season, you can't not have his name on the sheet. It's Gabriel Jesus.
Yeah, fair enough. Human Son.
See, that's what that was my honourable mention as Human Son. But I was just like, this season he hasn't pushed the ball as far as he has in previous seasons. He hasn't been as effective this season so far. But you've got to have Jesus' name on there. And
he has to be in the list. But
the person that I've got up top, his name also has to be in there.
Yeah.
Just because of how much they affect the game.
Yeah. But for me, Son has to be in there. He's just an incredible footballer.
He is. And no doubt. There's no doubt about him. He's incredible.
I think he didn't win it last season, the PFA Player of the Year. No, but I think
who actually won
should have been in that
last season?
Was it Kane?
Just keep on speaking while.
Or was it? No, was it Kevin? Might have been Kevin, but
no, it was Mohamed Salah.
It was a Salah, fairs. But I think Son, his work rate, his ethic, his goals and assist ratio, but his abilities on the ball is incredible, and he's one of the best finishers around. And last season he was incredible, and I expect him to kick on same again this season. Bear in mind we're only 4 or 5 games into the season when we're filming these. So Son has to be in there for me, and I think we're going to have the same striker.
Yeah.
Kane.
Haaland.
Kane.
Haaland.
Kane.
Haaland.
Kane. Okay, so we go to
okay.
So we're gonna go to the point of Casemiro in CDM. He's not.
But the thing is, though, Haaland has played this season and he's scored this season, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's got what 5 and 5 or something like that.
I'm finding out right now for you.
Oh, 6 and 5, but
he's got 6 and 4, and he's got an assist as well.
Yeah, but just Premier League based, if we've got to talk, it has to be Harry Kane for me, and Harry Kane just fits in the team that I've got. Haaland's my honourable mention, and I think Haaland's by the end of this. If we do this video again at the end of the season, in terms of team of this season, Haaland will probably end up being my striker. I end up being my striker. But for now, Harry Kane.
Do you know when we say when Mohamed Salah wasn't in the game and doesn't affect
Harry Kane affects the game.
I know, but I'm just saying right now, Haaland wasn't in that game against who was it?
Okay, so we're going back onto my point of Salah always scoring, getting assists. Same for Haaland.
No, what I'm saying is, he got an assist where in a game he only had 2 touches of the ball.
I mean, the last game that he scored 2 goals in or whatever it was, he had 8 touches in the game. So
when he touches the ball, he's extremely effective. That's what you want.
I know, that's what I was saying about Salah.
But the thing is though, he can have minimum amount of touches and he still affects the game, or he can have loads of touches and he still affects the game. With Salah, he can have loads of touches and not affect the game.
But what I'm saying with Harry Kane is the way he drops deep, creates,
don't get us wrong,
scores
Harry
goals.
Kane. It was between Harry Kane and Haaland for me.
Well, I mean,
but just off the season so far, I'd want Haaland in there.
Okay, but I'm basing it off of what I've seen.
I completely.
I say Haaland at the end of the season probably is beat everyone's starting strikers if you talk about team of the seasons. We will do a team of the season at the end of the season anyway.
Yeah. I think we should do a halfway point. So January, team of the season, and then we'll do a full team of the season.
January before the transfer window opens.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, do you want to rattle off your starting 11?
Yeah. So my starting 11 is Ramsdale in goal, right back Trent, centre back Saliba, centre back Diaz. Well, right centre back Saliba, left centre back Diaz, left back Cancelo, CDM Fabinho, centre mids of De Bruyne and Silva, right wing Kulusevski, left wing Jesus, and striker Erling Haaland.
Alisson in goal, Trent at right back, Van Dijk and Laporte at centre back, Cancelo at left back, Fabinho and CDM, De Bruyne and Odegaard in midfield, Salah, Kane and Son as my front 3.
Our front 3 aren't even the same, and I think it just goes to show how much quality it actually is in the league now.
Yeah, and also we haven't got, either of us don't have a Man U player or a Chelsea player in our starting 11.
Just because of how bad they've
And
been.
we've only got one mention of an Arsenal player. Why I've got him in my side, Odegaard,
I've got 3 in
and
mine.
you've got Saliba
Jesus
Jesus.
and Ramsdale.
and Ramsdale. So it's showing you the quality of how well Arsenal is stepping up
Exactly.
past Chelsea and Man U, and the pushing into those top 4 spots ahead of those two. Because we're mentioning those players before we even think of mentioning Chelsea
thing
and
is
Man U.
though, you could actually make an honourable mention of this season so far is Lisandro Martinez.
Yeah, could do.
He's been, like, realistically, he's still played very well. He did lose the first 2 games, but he was playing against Harry Maguire when he actually had a centre back next to him that knows how to defend.
I like how you didn't say played with, you said played against Harry Maguire.
Yeah, honestly, when you've got Harry Maguire in your team, you just immediately on a setback. But anyway, that's for another conversation.
I think it could be the potential of Bruno Fernandes improving if if they keep not playing Ronaldo.
Yeah. Anyway,
but again, that's other conversations for other days.
so we've got a outside the big 6 first 11 as our other video, our previous video. So if you want to check that out, please do. Our links to our bios, our links to our social will be in the bio. So TikTok and Instagram, go check them out. We try to post as much as we possibly can on there as well. Please like, please subscribe, leave any comments to think how you'd improve the videos as well. Other than that, have you got anything else to add?
No, any other video ideas you have, just drop them down below as well. But that's it from us.
Thank you very much for watching.
Ooh, got another video idea.
Yeah.